The Bulls improved to 13-5 on the season, 5-0 in the MAC with a 95-67 win over the Northern Illinois Huskies. First time in UB program history they have started the MAC season 5-0. A lot of first things are happening these days, Nate Oats, and they're all good and they're all positive. Take me through how this game changed early in the second half for your team.
I mean, you know, we tried to talk about after the last game getting 40 minutes and you know, we come into the half, and I didn't think our effort was awful. We were getting beat on the glass. We had to do a better job on the glass, and we shored that up a little bit better in the second half. I think it was 7 maybe at the half we were down, and then ended up only be 1. But we just weren't making shots. We weren't getting to the rim. We're settling for too many threes. So second half, we wanted to step up our defense, get to the rim a little bit more on offense. Helped when Perk got rolling, hit those couple threes, scored some tough buckets inside. I thought, you know, our assist-to-turnover ratio was great. We're 24-8. Our 2 point guards, Devontae and Wes, were 15 assists to 5 turnovers. So the ball's moving. Guys are sharing the ball. We didn't even shoot it that well in the first half, but we put together a second half where, you know, we're much more capable of. So I was happy with the effort overall.
3-point shooting, you mentioned it, 3 of 18 in the first half, but I know you don't ever tell your guys to stop doing what they do well and what they're used to doing, and then you come out and you light it up from 3 with 8 of 13 in the second half. Was that a point of discussion in the half? Did you tell the guys either to not shoot them or shoot them more, or how does that work?
I never tell them not to shoot them. That ain't really how I coach. You know, if you're open and you're a shooter, shoot it. But I told them, I think we can get to the rim if we get the ball moved to the second, third side of the floor. So let's try to move it a little bit more, try to get to the free throw line. Let's get the threes, you know, after we've drove and kick a little bit. So I think they did a better job of that. We took fewer threes and made more, took fewer. So percentages went up. We salvaged the shooting day. 35% is not awful. It was really bad at the half. So, you know, the one thing I was really happy with Devontae's defense on German. He ended up with 17, but I don't think he had too many on Devontae. I think maybe when we pulled Devontae, he might have had 11. Then he got 11 or 12. He got some there at the end. But, you know, overall, our defensive effort, especially in the second half, was really good. And that's what we've been talking about, defense and rebounding. We'll get there on the rebounding end of it.
Your 50th career win, 4th fastest UB coach to 50. Congratulations.
I had no idea. Thanks. So it helps when you got players. We got pretty good players this year.
There you go. He does have pretty good players. That's Bulls head coach Nate Oats, one of those pretty good players who played a very important role in getting the coach his 50th career win. His Bulls forward, Nick Perkins. Nick, big second half, particularly led by the threes. Tell me what you're feeling about your game, first half versus second half, shooting threes versus hitting threes.
Really just the way Northern Illinois play. You know, they sag heavy in the gaps. They help really good. So Oats told us that those kick-out threes and stuff like that was going to be there. So guys just got in the gym, you know, like we always do, and just ready to shoot for real.
Is something that this team has learned is that maybe you don't play your greatest first half, you're only up by 3 at the half, maybe you felt like your team should have been up by more. Is something that this team has learned how not to worry about that and just come out? Because you've had a number of big second half efforts over the last couple of games.
Well, to any great team, you want to try to play a good 40 minutes, and we still trying to piece together a 40-minute game. We played all 40 minutes, so it didn't really go the way we wanted it the first half, and we came out the second half, and we knew we had to defend and chase them off the line. So.
You tied a career high with 26 points, one of 4 Bulls in double figures. The fact that no team really knows which player they have to stop on a given night, how much does that make your life easier, CJ's, and everybody else's?
Man, it makes it so much easier because we got so much balance. You know, you got Germ, you got CJ, you got West, the whole team can pretty much score. So it's really hard to stop us because on any given night, a guy can go for 20. And wow, you know.
Real quick, you got a big one against Western Michigan Friday. Can you start thinking about that one now?
Oh, yeah, got to. Really good team. We're going to have to sit down and guard and, you know, stop them.
All right. Hey, Nick, congratulations on tying the career high. Congratulations on a 5-0 start in the match.
Appreciate you.
That's Nick Perkins. Again, a lot of things happening here. Another game over 80 points, Amy. Again, things that are happening around here haven't happened since the 70s and 80s, and it's pretty cool to be able to rattle them all off, and you can tell the players are starting to feel like they know they're one of the best teams in this league.
Yeah, it's a confidence game now, especially when you get to mid-January. You want to have that any next guy up. If I'm not shooting great in the first half, I can come do it in the second half, or someone else has got my back. And, you know, like you said, they went 8 for 13 from beyond the 3, but 52 points in the paint. And so that told us that they got the ball where it needed to go and took advantage of it.
The question I asked Nick Perkins, I'll ask you, how hard is this team to defend when you don't necessarily know which guy you have to stop on a nightly basis?
Very hard. It's almost impossible. You just hope that a team comes out and you can get them out of the rhythm, much like we saw Devontae Jordan do against a very talented Eugene German. That was the key for me. It wasn't the entire game. It was the first 3 minutes. They did not let one of the best players in the Mid-American Conference find rhythm at all tonight, and that was a key.
Another 10-point win for the Bulls, 5 in a row. First time they've done that since 2004. Another 80-point performance by the Bulls, 6 in a row. First time since 1971, and the first time since 1998 that a Buffalo team has started conference play 5-0. The Bulls get their 13th straight win over the Huskies, 95-67 our final. Thanks to the great crew here at UB's Alumni Arena. We'll talk to you next on Saturday when the women's basketball team hosts Toledo at 2 o'clock. This has been a production of the Mid-American Conference at ESPN.